Well, hello. I didn't know if I'd ever do this again, but, well, here we are. And what is this exactly? Well, this is One Man Booth, and you can see it there in the middle. One Man Booth is the thing where I talk about the wrestling. It's basically a budget podcast. I'm very original most of the time. What are we doing today? Progress. We're doing progress. I don't know if you guys could tell or not, but we're doing progress. And this is their first show, Chapter 1, in the beginning. In the beginning. Whichever one you want. As you can see by my nice thumbnail and what you're seeing there. Sorry, there's not much other stuff, but I needed the card off to the side. You know, I can't have all the bits and bobs. So, I'm going to start off with my overall thoughts on this show. It was good. I have to say, as somebody who hasn't really watched a lot of British indie wrestling, someone who is most of the time, I don't want to say somebody who doesn't watch indie wrestling. How about this? Somebody who hasn't watched indie wrestling in quite a while. Somebody who hasn't watched an alternative product for quite a while. I've been only watching WWE for about, this is June 27th, almost 7 months. So this is kind of a big swing back for me. Even that I've been watching WWE that much. I think I've watched like 2 Raws since Mania. Whoops. But anyways, let's get into the show, because I do believe this is quite a good show. Tonight we have 4 semifinal matches for determining who would be the Progress champion, and then a main event fatal 4-way elimination match for the Progress championship. And we're going to start off with our opening match, El Ligero versus Noam Dar. This match was a really fun opener. Well, that just happened right in the middle of the recording. Thanks, Acer. You dick. It was a lot of fast-paced stuff. Dar shows a load of potential. I also really like the story being told here, where like Arrow's confidence, or not his confidence, his experience kind of shifts into overconfidence, and that in the end trips him up and allows Dar to take control, but eventually the more experienced Ligero Sykes, I guess. Noam Dar is able to pick up the win with a tremendous-looking springboard tornado DDT, if I have the finish correct. It was a real fun match. Only 12 minutes. It felt a lot shorter. It was just good, flippy stuff, really. Yeah. Moving on to our next contest, which is Nathan Cruz versus Colossus Kennedy, or as the crowd and I would like to point out, Zack Ryder versus Budget Big Show. This match was bad. Real bad. I don't like Nathan Cruz. And it's not the thing where he's the heel, so I must boo him. It's just a disdain. He's not interesting. I don't care about him in any way. I care about these other characters, even the ones that I've just learned about. Fuck, Mike Mason. No, I won't say I would rather have him as a champion, but Mike Mason, who I'll get into him in a minute or so, would have been a better choice for me. I just don't care about Nathan Cruz. He's shit. He's boring. He's run of the mill, and it's weird for me to say that because as I said, I've been watching WWE only for the past 7 months, and it feels like that kind of shit where, oh, look, it's Dolph Ziggler. Oh, look, it's Zack Ryder. They're the same character. Find the difference. That's a terrible example, but I hope you know what I mean. And Colossus Kennedy is the Big Show. Uses a choke slam, wears a singlet, does the shh, and then smacks you thing. He's Big Show. Nathan Cruz beats Colossus Kennedy with a kick to the head. The greatest finisher in the history of sport. Yay. Moving on to our third semifinal match. Colt Cabana versus Mike Mason. Everybody knows Colt Cabana. He is a indie wrestling legend at this point. And Mike Mason is a weird dude who has a goth chick for a manager, and he's a dog. No, I mean, Mike Mason's character is that he is a dog. Not D-A-W-G, D-O-G. Like, what the fuck? So Colt Cabana starts his match by throwing tennis balls into the crowd, and then gets Mike's attention with the tennis ball, proceeds to not only put it in his pants, but also the referees. This match went 10 minutes. Jesus, 10 minutes of... And now I won't say there's not a place for comedy in wrestling. I think a lot of the Colt Cabana bits were funny. It's just... Who the fuck is Mike Mason, and why is he a dog? Like, I feel like hell, this is Progress Chapter 1 in the beginning. I feel like I've just walked into this random indie fed. You know, oh, there's Mike Mason. Everybody knows about Mike Mason. He's the fucking dog man. Okay. We're gonna move on to our fourth match of the evening. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Marty Scurll. Scurll. I've been told by Putty I'm pronouncing it wrong. Also, huge shout out to Putty for fucking sending me off to do this, not only to record my thoughts, but also to make me watch this, because I'm definitely not regretting it thus far. This match was 22 minutes long, and it felt a hell of a lot shorter. A lot of quick grapples, big blows, and really, I would suggest it for anybody. It's a really damn good match. In the end, Marty is able to beat Zack Sabre Jr., something I was actually very surprised about. And if you're wondering that, why? It's because Sabre Jr. is a pretty big hand. Like, I mean, he's a well-known name. And I don't know who this Party Marty guy is. But I will tell you this. He has something special. He's got a way to connect with people, all right? He's just got that attitude about him where I look at him and I go, that's going to be something in a year or two. Or 3. Or 4. You know? And so, yeah, Scurll, excuse me, it's going to take me forever to fix that. Defeats Sabre Jr., in quite a shocking contest, actually. We move on to a 3-way match for that's CC Cleaner. That's just ruined everything. Fuck you, CC Cleaner. For the BSC Scholarship Championship or something like that. It's a touring title where rookies fight for it. This match was between Xander Cooper, Darrell Allen, and Zack Gibson. It was 14 minutes long. Nothing much to say about this aside from the crowd fucking hates Xander Cooper. Xander does end up with the win. And Darrell Allen was actually quite a solid guy. He's the long hair guy. If you're not watching this along with me, I hope you are, honestly. Really, I can't suggest it enough. Watch the show, then come back and watch this, and hopefully it'll make a lot more sense. And actually, I'm going to quick cut right quick because I'm nearing the end of my time. So 1 second, everyone. Thank you for putting up with that quick little break. And now we're going to move into our our main event, the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match for the Progress Championship. This match is going to feature Mike Mason, Marty Scurll, I did it right, El Ligero, and Nathan Cruz. This goes 26 minutes, which is a little bit long for my liking, but they make up for it. And actually something I'm going to add in before we get to this match is the unveiling of the staff. The Progress Championship, which is, matter of fact, just a staff, a regal staff supposedly, and not a Nazi staff, as I'm sure it's easily confused. Nazi staff, Nazi staff, Nazi staff, Nazi staff. Actually, something else I want to add in is the crowd makes this show. It really does. The crowd's wit and the ability of the wrestlers to react to it really make this show. As I said, Marty versus Sabre and Ligero versus Dar were really quality matches. And the three-way dance for the BSC title, I hope I'm remembering that correctly, had some decent moments. Really, those matches that aren't as technically great are made in most part by the crowd. Hence, shit Zack Ryder, whatever they said. Or Cabana throwing the tennis ball out into the crowd and the crowd throwing it back to him. It's just fun. It's just fun. And that's really what I feel from Progress at this point. It's fun wrestling. And I don't know. I can't say much aside from I'm having fun watching wrestling. It's something I haven't felt for a long time. Now this main event, I won't say, which is funny because I just said I had fun watching it. I won't say it wasn't painless. I won't say I didn't have the urges to skip through pieces, but I stayed true and I watched the whole thing. And I'm not that, regretful of it. I'm going to cough one sec. Thank you for putting up with my coughing. I don't know what just happened to my voice. As I said, this match involves Ligero, Cruz, Mason, and Scurll. And most of this match, the first part, is garbage brawling out in the crowd. But the crowd's wit really makes up for it. Really, the crowd. I can't push this enough about this show. The crowd makes this show. The feeling that they give you of just pure fun and enjoyment pushes this show so much higher than has any business being near. Then we kind of move further back into the ring. We do some stuff there. And then Nathan Cruz gets our first elimination. Nathan Cruz eliminates El Ligero after Ligero hits... was a super kick? Might have been a super kick on Mike Mason. Went for the cover. Mike Mason's manager, Becky James, if I remember that correctly, distracts the ref. Cruz kicks Ligero on the side of the head. That's his finish, obviously. Ref turns back around. 1, 2, 3. Seconds later, Scurll runs into the ring, rolls up Mike Mason. 1, 2, 3. We're down to a one-on-one, Cruz versus Scurll. At this point in my head, I'm thinking one thing. Oh God, don't let Cruz be champion, because this is going to be painful for me. And Cruz wins. It is tainted, so they don't 1,000% throw all their eggs in his basket. Scurll hits an amazing inverted lung blower, and then a KO shot. I think, no, he hits the long blower first. Yeah, the KO shot's a completely different thing. He hits the long blower, inverted lung blower, but knocks out the ref while doing it, goes for the cover, gets the 3. 1, 2, 3, but the ref is out. Scurll goes to try to get the ref up. Cruz hits him with a massive ace cutter, RKO out of nowhere. Cover. 1, 2. No, he kicks out. The crowd pops like crazy. Skrull stands up. They exchange for a little bit. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I'm now thinking back. I'm completely wrong. Marty struggles to get up. Cruz goes for his boot to the side of the head. He ducks it. Skrull gets him up on his shoulders for the lung blower again. But I think Cruz elbows him a few times in the head. He drops down. Cruz hits off the ropes, kicks him in the side of the head. 1, 2, 3. So Nathan Cruz is your first ever Progress champion, which I can't say with more disdain and boredom. Yeah, not much else to say. It was an alright match. Nothing special at all by any means. But of course, the seeds are then planted for a possible 1v1 match down the road. Overall, as I said at the start, this show was good. Nothing great, though. Had a few great moments. Skrull and Jr. The pacing of Ligero and Dar was quite good. Good psychology bits in there, too, with the just pointless flippy shit. But yeah, minuses on this show. Big Show. Nathan Cruz being the worst thing to ever happen to wrestling. The weird Mike Mason's a dog shtick. And of course, Nathan Cruz winning the Progress Championship. And actually, that is going to be my time for today. How long are we here? 17-ish minutes, I think that's good enough to talk about a show. I'm not going to give grades, I don't feel like I'm in any position to give grades. I'm just here to discuss what I enjoyed and what I didn't enjoy. So if you have any opinions on this show, you've seen it, whatever, you want to talk about it in some capacity, leave it down below in the comments. I was going to say description. That's wrong. In the comments. I'd love to talk to you guys about stuff. But yeah, just like I said, Progress just feels like fun wrestling. And that's all there is to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Silly Tuck, signing out.